and welcome to another episode. We are here and we are doing a test review on some contrast paint. So Flesh Terror's red, which is quite vibrant, but I think used how I want to do it here for a base for trying to get this really popping. I got an idea, so bear with me. So here we go, we're going to use the Flesh Terrors. Now I've undercoated this black, and then I've given it a grey dry brush, like the whole, slap chop routine. Did a bit of a dry brush with the whites after that, but I'd used Antique White USA, which is a house paint. I got a sample pot from somewhere, and I was like, yeah, that's bright enough, let's do that. Now I got this bigger brush here because obviously I've got a lot of area to work with. When you're first putting on the contrast paint, it's actually quite thick, so I dab a little bit of water on there to really get it moving. You want it to be a base coat, but it was a little bit too thick for me, so you'll see me dabbing back and forth here from the contrast paint and then into the water to spread it further. So we're going into quick mode here. So I had to, so it'd go on thick, and then I'd spread it out with a little bit more water just to give a little bit more transparency, and you can really get that brick detail coming through a bit more. And the cracks is still recessed and still quite dark. It's still quite dark, as you can see, but it's really showing up that brickwork, showing all the details, and it felt really cool. So I do that, then I get a bit of water, boom, switch it on. So the only problem with this, you've got to control your water a little bit more than I have. A little bit runnier in some areas, so it seeps down to the bricks on the floor, which didn't really help at all. But that said, I cleaned it up with a little bit of tissue and ended up getting there. So this is the bigger part here. We get that going on. So now we're all coated up with our base coat with our Flesh Terrors over that dry brushing. And from here, so we're going to really get into the dry brush, and this is going to be really exciting. So we're getting the, here it is, Death Claw Brown out. It's just like a dulled down orange, and starting from the top of the brick, working your way down, you want to hit those edges and make sure you're really impacting the edges and the bricks that are coming out slightly further to hit the tops of them to really get your effective brickwork. It's really fun. I can't recommend this enough to at least everyone to have a go. Super fun. So always start from the top down, and you're going bang 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 bang, hitting those different levels of the different brick hanging out. So and then once you get your routine and you start getting used to it, you start naturally picking up those areas that are out a bit more, and then it sort of just becomes like second nature for you. And there'll be some areas that will just stay like a dark red or a deeper red, and that's fine, because then you've got the contrast between both, right? You've got the contrast between both going on, and it helps a lot. Helps a whole lot more. Yeah, really cool. And you can see the brickwork here, how it really starts popping. And same on the indoor as well, compared to outdoor. You leave some areas shaded in the dark corners, etc., because it really emphasizes the brickwork that is more of the other side. So here we've got the bigger one now. This is the bigger piece. Obviously a lot more dry brushing and stuff, but again, the same thing goes. Start from the corners or some sort of edged area, and you work your way down or across. So I've just done a little bit of there because I just need to get a little bit of there. But now, starting from the top, just trying to hit those top areas, and look at that pop. Pop, 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 pop. That's what we want. Yes! So good. I love it. I really love dry brushing. It's so much fun, especially terrain. So much fun. Yeah, cannot recommend this enough for people to have a crack on. But this is the same brown, just going around, really dulling it down. But also, why I love this brown is that it also had that sort of yellowy orange tinge to it. So, like dull brick. So it was a great start. Alright, now if you thought the brown we used was awesome, wait till you see this. So this is the blazing orange. I love using this on brickwork. We want some of that brick now to look very vibrant in certain areas. And this is going to really emphasize that side of things. I'm not going to go brighter than this. I decided to go with just this brightness here, but we got dull, and then we really lighten up the side of those bricks. Like, look at that pop. Look at that pop. So good. Yes. And it just, the whole brickwork comes alive. It all just comes alive. See, it all dull on this side. Bam, bam. So good. And now, yeah, now it's really ready for getting to those tabletops and just giving you a really cool, fun experience. And see how I'm really not, once you've got a little bit on that area, you still want the second coats and the reds to shine through, because you need the differences of all the colors working together. You can't have it, if you use too much, remember you can always put more on, and that's like a really big thing in dry brushing, painting in general, but definitely dry brushing. You can always apply more, and if you're ever nervous and not too sure about it, use like that tissue I've got there, that paper towel. Get as much of the paint off as you want. If you're really not confident, get it all off as much as you want, and then oh cool, not enough, you just put more on. That's absolutely fine, and you'll find your technique yourself and what you're comfortable with, and it really helps a lot. But look at that brickwork. It makes it really pop, and give a little bit more shine on the corners, so we start getting it really looking cool. And yeah, that's the brick looking really good. And that's only two dry brushes. Two dry brushes of like a dull and a bright orange. Alright, and here we are with the final destination. For some reason, destination's in my head. I have not watched that movie in a long time. So, the final destination is here, and as you can see, majority of the model is quite dull. There's not much going on. It's, brickwork, stone, bit of dirt, things like that. With how strong the brick is, it really defines its shape amongst the scene and the setting of the actual piece itself. So a lot of the areas where you've got the natural stone, wood, all that sort of stuff, not as much man-made sort of things, and then you've got boom, this brickwork here, and it really sets itself apart of a beautiful brick structure that was crafted by humans, etc., whatever lived there, and the colors bring out all the other colors around it. So, and this was a big emphasis on why I really wanted to do a red brickwork for this piece, because all the other areas of the piece are really quite dull. Like the stonework and everything looks gorgeous. The stone, the dirt, the different colored rocks are fantastic. But what's really going to set the self apart if I've got all the brick of the actual housework all looking the same, right? Where this now throws in like a third or fourth player, and then suddenly all the colors of the whole project really come alive. So if you're not too sure about adding in extra colors or what you can do, please just have a crack, have a go, and you can really copy this if you want. Have a crack. Copy my how I've done it, the texture. So spray paint it black, and then dry brush it like a dull grey, and then dry brush like a light, either a really light grey or like close to white on top of that for your higher areas, and then go to town with your contrast paint of the Flash Terrors. Again, remember, if it's too much, water it down a little bit, and then that'll bring your colour of your deep red for your red brick for you, okay? So really, really fun. If you decide to have a crack at this and give it a go, get in touch, put a message in, and I'm keen to see what you do. Thank you so much for dropping by, everyone. We'll catch you later.